Disney is now under investigation for potential criminal and civil infractions in Florida. This is for potential huge misappropriation of public funds, misuse of public funds, regarding the former Reedy Creek district. Now, for a rewinder here, this is talking about when Disney formerly controlled Reedy Creek Improvement District. That is the special district that oversaw the theme parks in Central Florida. They controlled that and had sole control for over 60 years. Well, now that the books are being audited, now that people are looking behind the tail of the mouse, they're seeing there's a couple of droppings back there, and some of those may be criminal. Today, we're going to break down exactly what's going on with this criminal investigation and what the potential risk is there for Disney. And there is huge risk here, not just in terms of the criminal side, but also the financial side, including the potential termination of Disney's contracts, their million-dollar contracts that they receive huge revenue for. So pay attention to this video. Of course, I am Andrew Esquire, a Florida attorney with almost a decade of experience in special districts, representing many special districts exactly, or very close, not exactly like, but very close to Reedy Creek Improvement District in Central Florida, including all those districts that were surrounding Reedy Creek Improvement District. And of course, this is the legal mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. So this is a saga that I knew was coming, and I hate to say it, but I kind of have to say I told you so, because I have been shouting like a Florida lawyer, Chicken Little almost. The sky is falling on Disney now that they're going there. And some people thought I was crazy, I was insane, and nothing would ever happen. Well, no, now we actually have conclusive proof, and we have an article that'll show you guys that there is there's criminal investigation going on. So let's look at what we have here. What we have is DeSantis opening a Florida IG probe into the former Disney appointed board for dropping $2 million in perks, including $500,000 on theme park tickets. We have the receipts, guys, for this. So the board that Ron DeSantis appointed, the new board, the one that came in to clean things up, well, they've already reduced taxes, and it looks like in addition to that, they've found evidence that there may be potential criminal behavior. And they're asking the state's inspector general to probe whether officials on the former board took millions in taxpayer dollars to pay for resort season passes and perks. The Central Florida Tourism District told the Inspector General's office that the board that used to see oversee the district paid Disney more than $2 million just last fiscal year. Guys, tip of the iceberg. $2 million is the tip of the iceberg here. These things can go back years in terms of financial crimes and breach of fiduciary duty, misappropriation of public funds. So these are things that there's going to be a lot more coming on this as the investigation goes down the line into what they received as part of their benefits. So they racked up almost $500,000 for tickets, merchandise, a bunch of money for merchandise, food and beverage, water park discounts. And now if we look at the invoice and we turn over here to see the invoice, this is the actual invoice. This is from Reedy Creek. You can see from Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts to Reedy Creek, and it's a little hard to see here, guys, but you can see Reedy Creek Improvement District, right? Like Buena Vista, Florida. So they literally build the district. Now remember, the district is a government entity. Remember that. So here's the bill for almost $500,000 here, $533,522, and of that, $492,000 is for tickets. So almost $500,000 just for tickets. Now, there is no reason why you need a ticket to be a member of a government. Now, I know people might say, oh, well, guys, the employees of Disney get these benefits, so, aren't they just giving them the same as Disney? Here's the thing. They're not Disney employees. It is against the law, Florida law and federal law while you're at it. It is against the law for them to be treated like private employees, like a mere alter ego of Disney. That is illegal. That is criminal. And when you use public money, that is taxpayer money, for private gain, that is a crime. That's misuse of public funds. And that can land you up to 30 years in jail. Let me say that again. When you're abusing public funds, misuse of public funds over a certain threshold, in this case, for $500,000, you can land 30 years in jail. That is 30 years in jail, a felony. Okay, so this is a very serious penalty on the part of the district and also for Disney because they were co-conspirators for this. Now, I go into various, about 3 months ago, and I'll point to this video, on my video, State Prison, which you see right here, Disney and Bob Iger risk state criminal charges. I go over various potential criminal charges, and I called this out. I called out months ago, that they risked criminal charges. People said I was crazy, I was overboard, it would never happen. Well, it's happening now. So are you guys satisfied yet? This is a criminal investigation into their behavior. And on top of that, it doesn't just end at the criminal consequences. See, the CFTOD, the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, they adopted a conflict of interest policy. So this is something that was adopted at their last meeting. In fact, it was adopted on the 26th of June, 2023. They adopted a conflict of interest policy. And one of the interesting things about this policy is if you look at the penalties for this, and once again, this is a conflict of interest policy relating to misuse of public funds for transacting with an enterprise that creates a conflict. So when you have personal interests that conflict with your duty as a government board member, well, there's penalties for violating that. And one of the penalties is if any contractor, supplier, or vendor is caught doing this, is caught violating this policy, well then, that is sufficient cause to deny the contractor, supplier, or vendor to bid on, sell any material, supplies, equipment, or services to the district for a period of time determined by the district administrator. And on top of that, here's the kicker, guys, and here's the killer for Disney. Contracts entered into by the district in violation of these policies are voidable, and such violations constitute cause for immediate termination. Ladies and gentlemen, Disney is still the biggest contractor of the district. The district now has, now that they've got this receipt and they have this, they have sufficient cause to terminate their contracts with Disney. Disney did not see this coming. Well, if they listened to me, they would. Clearly they're not. But all the Disney shills, the pixie dusters, they've been running around and not seeing this coming. Real punishment is coming for Disney. Real punishment is coming for Disney shills, for the administrators, and for people in the Walt Disney World Corporation. Because if they're knowingly participating in this, co-conspiring in this, they will be held to task. They could see potential jail time. This is massive, and I am going to stay on top of this for this channel and as it progresses. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this? Did you guys see this coming? Is this unexpected? What do you think is going to happen now that we have this $500,000 invoice here that is out in the open, that is proof positive that their public funds were misused for private benefit? What do you guys think out there? Leave a comment, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys all later. Peace.